Hello, hello, hello to all of my wonderful Geminis. This is Queen Amun Ra coming to you with a very special reading on today. Happy Sunday. Happy May 2nd. Gosh, we're in May already, Geminis? Yes. Oh my goodness. Yes. So happy May 2nd. We're going to be talking about the number one because you know by now the numbers don't necessarily coincide with the date. So, yes, we're going to be talking about the number one because there's a huge reset button that needs to be hit all across the world. Yeah, these cards right here, you know by now that this is a general reading. These cards are the Light Seers Tarot deck by Chris Ann. These cards right here are the Sacred Self-Care Oracle deck by Jill Pyle. Let's go. Most High God in the universe, please give me a special reading for my wonderful Geminis as it relates to every area of their lives, specifically in areas of power and intellect, money and wealth, creativity and emotions, and spirituality, and where they need to take action. What information do we have for my wonderful Geminis? Yes, my wonderful, gentle, affectionate, highly intelligent Geminis, right? Powerful, flexible, outgoing, funny, enthusiastic, smart, versatile. Yes. Ruling planet is Mercury. Yes. All right, let's get into it. Let's get into it, Gemini. We're also going to be talking about, like I said, the number one. We're going to be talking about some self-love tips, right? And yeah. Yep. And we're going to close out with the Sacred Self-Care Oracle deck. So let's go. Yeah, justice is in your favor. Just boom, right out the gate. Relationship ended, justice is in your favor. That person started out as a knight in shining armor. Had you blindfold, blinded by love. All the stuff they were doing, whole 9 yards, had you blinded. But guess what? You took these blindfolds off, right? You're taking them off, right? So that's the Two of Swords. This is a Knight of Cups. This is the World card. Now you're fearless, right? No more fear. You replace that fear. You replace the doubt, all of that. Your intuition is very heightened, right? You're paying very close attention to what your intuition is telling you. That's the God in you because you're a God or goddess, right? So you're paying attention to that energy inside of you. So your spiritual gifts are developing rapidly, right? We have the High Priestess. Love it, love it, love it. Let's make sure we pull this apart. And I'm also looking at the Justice card, right? Which is attached to Libra. So yeah, so you could have Libra inside of you, but let me tell you something, Gemini, it's time for you to just focus on doing the things that you love to do. Don't even sweat it because it's already in your favor. Justice is already in your favor. It's one thing if it was questionable, but it's not even questionable. It's in your favor. Relationship is over. It's a brand new you. I don't want you to stay fixated on anything that has happened in the past. It's not necessary. It's all in your favor. Don't even worry about it. Yeah, like I said, the person that you were in a relationship with came to you. They were knight in shining armor. They were all of this, right? That relationship is over. Your intuition is so, so, so powerful. That's the God in you. Told you, hey, listen, something is off about this person, right? But guess what? You may have been out of balance, right? Because as smart as you all are and able to communicate, the best communicators actually in the Zodiac, you all Gemini, there was something that was out of balance where you allowed this type of spirit to come into your space, right? This type of spirit who seemed like they were caring, they were nurturer, they just seemed like they just had their emotions intact, all of this, right? But as time went on, you started to see some cracks in that. You started to say, when you started to balance out your own energy, when you tapped into your divine masculine, divine feminine. For some of you all, like I said, this Justice card is attached to Libra, which is another air sign, just like you. But their ruling planet is feminine, right? Venus, right? So the more and more you started to do some things that you love to do and to tap into that side of yourself of doing things that you love to do, the more and more you started to see this person for who they really were. Yeah. Sometimes it's not always even a pretty picture, right? It's like, people present themselves one way, but then in time you start to see something else, right? It's a brand new day. Let's talk about the number one. The number one, people carry themselves with dignity, right? They stand out, they're proud, they're achievement oriented. And, you're proud of your successes. You're proud of the things that you've created. We're not talking about big prideful spirit. We're talking about somebody who's just, I stepped back, I did that, right? I'm proud of the hard work I put into my job and I deserve a raise. Or I'm proud of the work that I've done on myself. And so, I'm starting to vet people a little bit differently now, right? But again, justice is in your favor, so you have nothing to worry about at all across the board, whether it's moral justice or court justice, it's in your favor. So again, take the blindfolds off, If you happen to meet a new person, that comes across as, the knight in shining armor, this energy right here is Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. They could have it in their chart, right? Okay, so let's double back for a second. Let's say you were in a relationship with a Cancer, Pisces, or Scorpio, and they came across as this type of person, right? Only to find out they weren't it. They weren't the person, right? They were misrepresenting themselves. And you had to go to court, against somebody who has this in their chart. It may not be their sun sign, but it could be somewhere in their chart. But they came across as a person who was like a schmoozer, somebody who's just like, saying all the right things, doing all the right things, or whatever. You come across with somebody who could be a Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, and you go, oh no, never again. Nope, no sir, no ma'am. We'll never get back into a relationship with that type of person. This is your opportunity, because it's not like you're going to stop meeting certain types of people, right? But this is your opportunity to start saying, hold on, let me listen to my intuition. What is it telling me, right? So number one, they are very affectionate with those people that they love and trust. Trust is a key word here. That they love and trust, but they're not keen on having immediate familiarity with people they just met. So let's say you just meet somebody who seems like, oh, they're sweet, they're nice, and all of this other stuff, right? Yeah, but this time you're going to be paying attention. Like, you're going to really, really pay attention to your intuition, because you're not going to go into a situation like you came out of, a situation which could have been damaging, damaging for your heart, where you just felt like, gosh, this is heartbreaking. The relationship ended. I just feel like, I have to go through this grieving process. I can't believe. So now you have removed these blindfolds. See how the person had the blindfolds on? You have double the amount of strength because of what you came out of, right? You came out of a relationship with a person who was, they seemed like they were the right one, right? Yeah. Yeah. So again, doesn't necessarily make them a bad person. It just also, I don't want y'all to think that I'm just giving somebody a free pass, right? Because a lot of people have been in some pretty heartbreaking relationships. I'm not. But what I'm saying is that really listen to your intuition. That's all. Yeah. Listen to your intuition. It's not going to fail you. It's the God in you. It's never going to fail you. It's never going to forsake you, right? And so, okay, this is nice. Okay. So here's your card. Look. Magician card. This is Mercury, the messenger planet. So you'll receive messages through the universe that justice is in your favor. That you don't have to worry about. All you have to do is not isolate yourself, but just kind of go into introspection mode, right? See how this person is at a high level. Spiritually, they're at a high level. They're being very meticulous. They're going through all the checks and balances in their mind, right? And this is Virgo's energy, right? The Hermit, right? And by the way, the Magician card is you in Virgo's ruling planet, right? So, yeah, so you're very, very meticulous, right? You're paying attention, listen to all the messages that are being downloaded into your spirit. Because again, High Priestess, you're developing your spiritual gifts at a very, very rapid pace, right? Because here's the thing, the beauty of having been in a relationship with a person who seemed to be one way up front, but then on the back end, you saw something different. And by the way, you have Wheel of Fortune spinning in your favor. So now the universe wants to release everything to you, including financial independence. You're a lot more meticulous. You're a lot more no nonsense. You're not playing games. You have fully tapped into the Queen of Swords. Somebody who is listening to their intuition first, not second, third, or fourth. You're not waiting to see if they're the special one, the good, the new person, the nice person, or whatever. You're listening to your intuition, because all that you had to go through in the past with this past relationship that ended, was all part of your journey, right? All a part of your lesson. Because had you kept that person in your life, they would have benefited from all your money. They would have benefited from the universe releasing money to you, and it wasn't meant for them to benefit from your money. So yeah. So now you're a lot more meticulous. Now your yeses are yes, no's are no's. You'll cut somebody off quicker, not because you're being mean, right? But because, it's just, I'm not going to be burned like I was in the past, right? Yeah, making an altar. Yeah, make an altar, sit down in front of it, put your gemstones, your crystals, your herbs, and everything on it. If you make an altar to your ancestors, or however you make the altar, this is your sanctity, your peace, where you go to meditate, quiet your mind, like this, right here. Go into introspection mode. Start to receive those messages down low because there's way too much at stake, right? So again, had you left that person in your life, had you kept them in your life, they would have they were already affecting your money, right? But you needed to go through that whole course just to see, no, I'm more spiritual than that. And so this has really started a path for a lot of you all to really start listening to your intuition. I mean, like really listening to your intuition. And things are taking off for you. Like I said, financial independence, and I see a lot of money in your charts. But that's what I have for you, Geminis. I hope you all are having, again, a fantastic day. Again, justice is in your favor. You can be completely fearless at this point. Matter of fact, you have a duty and responsibility to yourself to be fearless moving forward. You've already been through enough, in the past with this person. So now moving forward, you'll be able to recognize this spirit right up front. You'll recognize whether this person is genuine or disingenuous right up front. Why? Because you're the Queen of Thrones. Queen of Thrones, Queen of Swords, sitting on your throne with your sword at rest position, paying very close attention to what your ancestors are telling you. That's what you're listening out for. What are my ancestors trying to tell me about these people that want to be in my space? Are they going to disrupt anything that the universe has for me, like my peace, my money, my time? Are they going to disrespect? Are they going to somehow delay their energy? Is they going to delay those things being released to me? And that's what you're listening for. That's what I have for you, Geminis. Bye.